Hello everyone, this is Indrajit Ganguly and welcome to your history class. Dear students, today I am starting a new topic, that is second topic from this chapter 4, the Caliphate, expansion, civil wars and sect formation. In my last class I have told you that in 622 AD, Hazrat Muhammad and his followers migrated from Makkah to Medina, and Medina became the administrative capital and Makkah became the religious centers of Islamic State, right? And all Muslims regularly visited the place and offered prayer to Kaaba. Okay, so Islam became a popular religion basically in the Makkah and Medina. But after the death of Prophet Muhammad in 632 AD, political authority was transferred to the Ummah. I hope you remember the word Ummah. Ummah is the believers of community that was established by Prophet Muhammad himself with no established principle of succession. What does it mean? It means that Hazrat Muhammad could not appointed any successor that who could continue the Islamic tradition after his death. So therefore, the political succession transferred to the Ummah, and by this there was a creation of the institution which was known as the Caliphate. After the death of Hazrat Muhammad in 632 AD, there was a creation of an institution which known as the Caliphate. It is very important for 1 mark question. Now the question is, what is Caliphate, right? The leader of the community, that means the community of the Ummah, the leader of the community became the Khalifa. Khalifa means the spiritual leader of Islamic world. Remember students, Hazrat Muhammad is the prophet, Hazrat Muhammad is the messenger of God, but Khalifa is not a messenger of God, right? Khalifa is the deputy of prophet, that means deputy of Hazrat Muhammad, who spread the Islamic religion all over the world. It is the main duty of the Islamic religion. So let's have a look on the duties of the Khalifa. Number 1, retain control over their tribes. Obviously that means the Qurayshi tribes and the other tribes in the Arabic world. Raise resources for the state. Obviously raise resources, that means collect resources, collect financial authority from these states. Next, number 3 is very important, that is spread Islam beyond Arabian Peninsula. These are the duties of the Khalifa. I am repeating once again, who is Khalifa? Khalifa was the spiritual leader of the Islamic world. It is just like a Christian Pope. I hope you know that Christian Pope lived in Vatican City, that is in Italy, and Pope is the spiritual leader of all the Christians lived in this world, right? So Khalifa is the spiritual leader of Islam and who also the deputy of Prophet Muhammad. Clear? So the first Khalifa of the Islamic world after the death of Hazrat Muhammad was Abu Bakr. Abu Bakr was succeeded by Umar. Umar was succeeded by Uthman. Okay, Uthman was assassinated because of different because he wanted to establish his control and try to gain more authority. So therefore he was assassinated and he was opposed. He faced opposition basically from Iraq and Egypt. After Uthman, the next Khalifa became Ali, Hazrat Ali. Remember, Hazrat Ali was the successor. Hazrat Ali was the son-in-law of Hazrat Muhammad. Hazrat Muhammad's elder daughter was Fatima. So Fatima's husband was Hazrat Ali. Hazrat Ali was the son-in-law of Hazrat Muhammad. Clear? So during the time of during the time of Ali, Ali faced many opposition, because I have told you that Uthman also faced opposition and he was assassinated. Assassination means he was murdered. And after Ali was also facing same sort of opposition, because there are a number of peoples are there in this Islamic group who wanted to take more control and who wanted to take the authority, because there was no successor was there. Obviously when there was no successor, so obviously different groups wanted to establish their authority. So that condition was, so this was the condition after the death of Hazrat Muhammad. Anyway, sorry. So after the Ali established himself at Kufa. Kufa is the place where Ali established, that is in Makkah, and defeated an army led by Muhammad's wife. So we can say that there was an internal conflict in the family of Hazrat Muhammad. Ali declared war against, or Ali prevent the war against Muhammad's wife Aisha in the Battle of Camel in 657. And after that, Ali has two sons. One is Hussein, another one is Hassan. Hassan and Hussein, these two sons. Hassan and Hussein, basically the grandson of Hazrat Muhammad, right? It was believed that Hassan was killed by the poisonous given by his wife. But remember, this story is not been proved. It can be a true story, it can be a fake story, whatever is that. But it is a story is that Hassan was killed by his wife because she gave him to poison. Okay, and Hussein and his all the family members was killed in the ground of Karbala. Okay, and after killing of Ali and all of his family members, so none of the members of the Hazrat Muhammad family was existed. So therefore, Islam was divided into two sects. What is the meaning of sect? Sect means two groups. And these two groups known as Shia and Sunni, very important. After the death of Ali and the killing of all the family members of Hussein, Islam was divided into two sects, Shia and Sunni. The difference between Shia and Sunni is that Shia is the bloodline of Hazrat Muhammad. That means who belong to the Hazrat Muhammad. Remember, it is a very interesting thing that those who supported Ali, these groups are known as Shia. And those who are enemies of Ali, their group is known as Sunni. So that's why I told you the bloodline of Hazrat Muhammad or bloodline of Prophet Muhammad is known as Shia, right? Okay, let me tell you an interesting story about these two groups. I have told you that Hussein and his family was killed in the ground of Karbala, and for these things, the Shia community all over the world, they observed the festival of sorrow, Muharram. And the Muharram, I think you know that in Muharram, basically the long tajiyas are generally went out in a processions. The big tajiyas are there, and generally the Muslim peoples, they did Hi Hassan, Hi Hussein. Okay, because they remembered that day because Hussein was killed, and it is basically a Shia festival. And from you understood and you remembered that. I have told you from Muharram there was a starting of a Islamic calendar. Okay. Okay. After the death of Ali and his family member, Muawiyah became the next Khalifa in 661 AD. Remember students, Muawiyah did not belong from the Hazrat Muhammad family. Okay, so in 661 AD, Muawiyah founded the Umayyad dynasty. Remember students, the Umayyads became the Sunni dynasty in the Islamic world. Okay, so that is the difference. We can see all the Shias belong to the bloodline of Hazrat Muhammad, but after the death of Ali and his family members, so no family member existed from the Hazrat Muhammad family. So basically, the Muawiyah became the next. So Muawiyah claimed himself as the next successor, and he founded the Umayyad dynasty. Okay. Remember students, Umayyad state based on imperial power, but not directly on Islam. Okay. So they are trying to establish a royal power in Arabian Peninsula. Okay. And next one, Muawiyah moved his capital to Damascus. It is very important for 1 mark. And adopted the court ceremonies and administrative institution of the Byzantine Empire, that means Roman Empire. So he followed the customs and the court practices of the Byzantine Empire, and he established the royal power not based on Islam. Okay, but still it is Muawiyah was a Islamic Khalifa, but his administrative power and his royal power is not based directly on Islam. The greatest Khalifa of this dynasty was Abd al-Malik. Abd al-Malik. It is very important for 3 mark question. Remember students, in your book, that is page number 84, there is a story on the contribution of Abd al-Malik. Please go through it because it is very important for 3 mark question. You can see there is a passage on page number 84, that is Abd al-Malik's coinage reform. It is very important for passage based question. Please go through it. remember, he introduced gold coin dinar, silver coin dirham, and he developed the Arabic Islamic identity by building Dome of Rock in Jerusalem. In page number 84, there is a picture of Dome of Rock, and it was based on Arabic Islamic identity. You can see that it acquired a mystical association connected with the night journey of Prophet Muhammad to heaven. So, night journey of Prophet Muhammad to heaven is based on this mystical association, the Dome of Rock, and that is situated in the Dome of Rock. It is a great Khalifa, he is the greatest Khalifa of the Umayyad dynasty. But the problem is, the Umayyad regime or Umayyad dynasty could not lasted long. A well organized movement replaced Umayyads in 750 AD, and that was by the Abbasids. So, 750 AD is basically known as the Abbasid revolution, which replaced the Umayyads and established the Abbasid dynasty. Abbasid, basically they claimed himself that they belong to the Hazrat Muhammad family, and they claim that they belong to the Hazrat Muhammad's uncle Abbas, descendants of Prophet Abbas. So, in this way they try to legitimate their power in the Arabian Peninsula. Okay. So Abbasid dynasty replaced the Umayyad dynasty. Under Abbasid rule, Arab influence declined and Iranian culture increased. Okay. And remember students, from the 9th century AD, it witnessed the emergence of several dynasties, several sultanates, and the downfall of the Abbasid dynasty. In your book, that is page number 86, there is a story of the breakup of the caliphate and the rise of the sultanates. You can find, there are several dynasties are there. Please go through it. I am just giving one the names of these dynasties. First one, that is the Fatimid Caliphate. It was established in Egypt, and they claim that they belong to the Shia sect because they claim they are the descendants of Fatima. I have told you Fatima was the elder daughter of Prophet Muhammad, and that's why from Fatima their name was the Fatimid dynasty, and it was established in Egypt, and their capital was in Cairo. Next, after that, there was another important dynasty was established, that was the Ghaznavid Sultanate. It was established in Turkey, and Turks in Central Asia became powerful, and they after the Arabics, Iranian, later on the Turks became very powerful, and they tried to control the Islamic world. And later on, the Ottoman Empire, the Ottoman Turks, they established Ottoman Empire in Turkey, which later became the spiritual leader of the Islamic world. And the Ottoman Empire declined gradually in the 20th century. It was a large year of the Ottoman Empire. So these are the very important. These are the breakup of caliphate and rise of sultanates. This is it for today. In my next class, I will tell you how the Islamic religion threatened the Christianity, and it caused a religious war in Europe. Thank you and have a nice day.